More leaks point to an iPhone 6 without bezels, even though we kind of doubt it. The HTC M8 gets shown on video and it includes a drama story. And believe it or not, Nokia doesn't want the Windows modern UI on its Nokia X. I'm Jaime Rivera, and the cool thing about stolen phones is that there's sex, lies, and videotape in the drama. This is Pocketnow Daily Romania edition. Let's start today off with some official news, as this is kind of interesting. Nokia is famous for saying how beautiful the live tiles on Windows Phone are, but then again, if you see the design guidelines behind the Nokia X, the company is being very specific. They are not suggesting that you use the modern UI for developing applications for the Nokia X and their whole Android store, which is really interesting. They're actually pushing for the Android design and the whole Android queue, as they're considering the horizontal design of the Windows Phone modern UI to be kind of confusing and inefficient. So it's really interesting to see what is happening between Nokia and Microsoft, given the fact that Nokia now belongs to Microsoft. Now, speaking of Windows Phone, we get the first leaked screenshots of Cortana, which is going to be their voice assistant for Windows Phone. We didn't get it at the event announcement for Windows Phone 8.1, but we were expecting a whole 3D-like design, and all we get is two circles, a couple of suggestions. We're expecting for Cortana to be much smarter than what we get in Siri and, Google Now, expecting Microsoft to be more of a software company, but then again, we could be wrong. Let's see what we get, as apparently this is not yet finished. Now let's talk about Apple and the iPhone 6. We get the first leaked photos of the digitizer of the iPhone 6, apparently. And this is very interesting, as you don't see any bezels on this display, but we are all calling this a fake. It's really easy for you to just scrape the paint off and make it look like whatever you want from an iPhone 5, and you'll see that both displays are actually being compared in the photo. Now, that being said, you know that Apple is a prototyping company. They do a lot of tests. We did see a bigger chassis recently, and hopefully if the company wants to keep the one-handed usability available, then this is a good option. We just don't know if they're going to follow this route. And speaking of Apple, let's talk about their new strategies. The company seems to be stealing engineers from HTC and even some locals from Shanghai in their new building, as the company is apparently working on bringing us more iPhone models every year. We do see Samsung's vomit of smartphones every year, and obviously the company is being pressured to give us more devices, even though we don't know if that's the smartest way to do it. Obviously, Apple has always been reluctant to give us more than one iPhone, and then last year we got the iPhone 5C and iPhone 5S, so let's see if the company is planning to do multiple launches during the year, as they've already done it with the iPad. And finally, for the hot, if we could call it hot news of the day, we get the first leaked video of the HTC M8. We were kind of skeptical of covering this because there was a lot of drama behind the story and it was still developing. Somebody got a hand of the phone. They filmed a full video of everything you can expect about it, even though a lot of the video was actually flawed in the test that this person did to it. It does seem to be real, as apparently this person is already being threatened by HTC, and there seems to be an investigation ongoing, and this is really interesting. Obviously, there is a lot of drama behind this. Links in the description for full details on what to expect, but that leads me to the question of the day. Watch the video and tell us what you think about this probable HTC M8. I mean, the reviewer wasn't even able to see if the dual lenses had a purpose, but to be honest with you, in my particular case, I look at this video and I really do want this device. It does seem very compelling. It looks a lot like the HTC One, but that's actually a good thing. Leave us a comment down below. What do you think? Friends, you know the drill. If you want to get the news early before this video is filmed, make sure you follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you tomorrow.